What is up, guys? Chad Maddock here, and today I have some KSG gameplay that I'd like to show you, as well as maybe giving you a little bit of pointers and tips and tricks on how to achieve gold, which then leads to achieving diamond. As you can see that I do have diamond on the KSG. At first it was my least favorite gun, but now in terms of a run and gun, it's one of my favorites, especially because it's like a little mini sawed-off sniper rifle in terms that it only shoots one projectile. But getting into it, the KSG shotgun, obviously, as you can see on the screen and probably know from playing, you unlock at level 30. 34, I mean, can't read, sorry. In terms of the ammo that it shoots, it does shoot a single slug, so it's not a spray and pray gun. This is different from the 870, the M1216, and the S12 in a sense that it shoots one single shot instead of shooting a bunch of different ones. So you go in a big room, you're not going to be getting a bunch of collaterals and stuff by just aiming and praying. Now with that being said, you do have to have extremely good accuracy with it, which in terms of accuracy and power that it does, it is the strongest shotgun in the class, and that's just because of it shooting the one single slug. On average, around 200% at 15 meters, and that's the damage that will be dealt. After the 15 meters, it's going to drop off to about 75% until you reach about 30 meters, and after that, it's pretty much, you're not going to get a hit marker unless you get extremely lucky, but I have not got one from that far. In terms of what I recommend to use as attachments, the reflex sights. The first time I went through and got gold on this, I never used the reflex sights, but now I'm able to play on a much higher sensitivity, and as long as you're using dexterity as a perk in your perk 3 class, it's extremely helpful to be able to use these reflex sights, because if you got it on their body, you're going to kill them 100% of the time. So with the reflex sights, you're able to lock on a lot easier. The other necessary thing, which I'm sure anybody would agree with, is the long barrel attachment. Now granted, the KSG does have the best range out of all the shotguns, and like I said, you have range about up to 30 meters, which is extremely far. The long barrel attachment, I haven't really experimented too much without using it, just because you unlock it at such a low level, but I would say if you wanted to switch it out for, fast mags or extended clip, it wouldn't be a bad option to do. But I'm able to just find spots to reload in all the time, so it's not really a big factor for me. The game modes that I usually recommend to play, as you can see, all of this game footage is from Nuketown 2025, and that's just because it was double XP weekend, so I was playing that all the time. But pretty much all game modes, depending on how you're able to use this weapon, are good options. Really, the biggest thing, and I can't stress this enough, is whenever you use a shotgun, it's extremely easier to use one if you can play on a higher sensitivity. Personally, when I played MW3, I played on like a 4 sensitivity, but now I've trained myself, I guess you can say, is the easiest way to explain it, and now I'm up to 11 or 12 depending on which gun I'm using, and it just allows you to hit corners a lot easier. As you can see in this final kill cam right here, I come around the bus or truck or whatever, and I'm able to get a triple kill feed to end the game. Now moving on is the weapon camo unlocks. All the different classes vary a little bit, but in terms of how to unlock gold camo in the KSG, for the KSG gun and all other shotguns, the first, I call them primary challenges, you need to do is get 250 one-hit kills using just that gun only. Now on some of the shotguns it's a lot harder than others. On the KSG it's not too difficult, in the sense that it is a one-hit kill if you can aim right, I guess. And as you use the gun more and more, you will draw yourself more accustomed to it. I find that if you're able to quick scope or hard scope even with a sniper rifle, it's very much easier to translate that into using the shotgun like a quick scope or hard scoping sniper rifle would. Other shotguns, which I'll get into in a later clip. I'll explain an easier way to get one-hit kills with those because those are garbage. But for the KSG, really any game mode's fine. The next, I guess, 3 for the secondary challenges, I call them. You have to earn 30 revenge medals, which that just happens naturally, so don't try to get that. You'll get it automatically. The next 2 are the no attachments and no perks. On every gun I have gold or diamond for, I just take all attachments and perks off and get it at the same time, because it's just flat 50 kills and then you have 2 camos unlocked. These secondary challenges that you're going to want to achieve are 5 double kills and 10 bloodthirsty medals. The 10 bloodthirsty medals by far is probably the most difficult, in the sense that you can't use any of your score streaks to get kills. You have to get 10 5-kill streaks with just this gun. My recommendation, use UAV, counter UAV, and orbital VSAT. That way you're not forced to use any other gun or any other score streak as a source of kills. My overall difficulty level on achieving gold for this gun, I'd say, is about a 4 out of 10. Biggest thing is train yourself to use a higher sensitivity, because it just makes you an overall better player. But in terms of taking corners and turning around fast in close quarters combat, it's much easier. Now, to wrap up this gameplay, I'm going to show you a little collat that I got with this gun, and you can see that it is possible. Thanks for watching, guys.